want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game again.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had one man out there for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
You might do it. Dingbat here, and welcome to day 11 of practice. The first practice back after the preseason game, and the first practice for one Jakorian Bennett. What is he going to do? What's going to happen with corner? A lot of questions. What's going on, everybody? Devin, what's going on? Petey Tadded, what's going on? Ramez, what's going on? KGK, Twits, what's up? CZ, what's happening? Isaiah Smith, DKB, Joseph, Steve Rose, Eagles, what's going on? Barbie, the Dog Princess of YouTube, what's happening? Trav, Anthony, Michael, Mayday, Jamie, thank you everybody for being here. Anybody I missed? Jimbo, Chris North, Steven, Caleb, anybody miss Michael? What is going on? It's an interesting day because obviously we got issues at corner, and I'm really curious what's going to happen there. Now let's see who's practicing. So it looks like Zach Bond and AJ Brown hamstring is not. So Zach Bond back in practice, AJ not. Elijah Cook's not practicing today, but good news is injury doesn't seem serious. He's at practice, which is really a good sign. No Byron Young as well. Kenyon Green is also not practicing. What a surprise. Brandon Brooks at practice. I saw Fletch was there. Yeah, Fletch is there. Eagles running some drill. There's Jakorian Bennett as we speak. What is happening, everybody? So, yeah, I think there are two issues coming out. Safety and corner, just like we kind of thought. It is what it is. But, I mean, there's some good things, too. No need to panic, I should say. Ndamukong Suh at practice. Okay. Oh, he's going to resign. All right, so here's the practice report. Will not practice. A.J. Brown hamstring, Elijah Cook shoulder, Kenyon Green shoulder, Charlie Hewlett neck, Montrell Johnson hamstring, Cam Latu knee, Byron Young groin. Limited, Bond Dickerson knee, Terrence Marshall knee. So, Trevor Keegan's back? That's good. That'll work. There's Jakorian Bennett on the field. What up, Terrence? How are you? Ringo's not the answer. He didn't look like it, that's for sure. Question is what are they going to do at corner? My personal opinion is I don't think either of those corners are the answer. I don't even think Sidney Brown's the answer. Safety. Yeah, I know you're panicking. The wind blows, you panic. Come on now. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But there are legit questions. To me, the corner, like watching that game again, it's not even for me. It's not even like. It's not even that he gave up like a pass. It's that he missed the tackle. That's what drives me more mad than anything. Will you be live tonight for Philly for the Rams? No, I'm not going to go live for Cowboy preseason games. No, I won't. But I will be live tomorrow for Eagles live practice, public practice. Howie's working something. He is. He is. What I want to see is where does Jakorian Bennett get snaps at today? Where are they looking at placing him? Because it sounded like Vic was saying, like, look, I don't know much about the kid. I know he's got some speed and he's fast, but I kind of have to see what he is first, before I can tell you where he should play and stuff. Vic believes that Ringo F all these mad coaches. That's what matters. Look, I don't think Ringo played so bad that you can say, all right, we can just dump him, forget him. He missed a tackle against Jamar Chase. Make it do better next time. I don't want to be one of these teams with a great offense and mediocre defense. I don't think you're going to get a mediocre defense. Remember, you have three guys, Q, Blankenship, and Cooper DeJean. All will be added back into that starting defense in the secondary. Ringo missed a tackle. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, look, I can't make an excuse for it. It was bad. It was bad. It was really, really bad. That's the thing that scares me the most. Thoughts on a linebacker out of Detroit? I heard how he was looking at him. What linebacker are we talking about? I haven't heard that how he's looking at any linebacker. I know the guy got hurt in Detroit yesterday. God prayed for him, but that was it. That Ringo was the worst tackle ever. It was horrible. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Mac McWilliams was the best corner that started. I thought Mac McWilliams was good too, which King. I actually thought Eli Ricks was good. Now, I'm not saying Eli Ricks went up against the same competition, but can we at least open the door for these other guys to have an opportunity? Yeah, Ringo has straight speed. He doesn't all the turning the hip stuff. I've watched all those videos and they're all right. He doesn't. But you know what? When you don't turn your hips well and stuff, you have to be really sound in your fundamentals. You have to be sound, and that's the only way. Oh, he had a seizure. I didn't watch that game, but I got like the whatchamacallits, and then like me and my wife were right there, so I was like, let's pray for this kid. I heard he was moving, so that's good. Trade for guard Newsome, move Jakorian Bennett nickel, move DeJean to safety. Look, man. I am not I'm not sold on Sidney Brown after yesterday. Right now they just got injury reports out. Hey, 500 I'm going for a walk. Good for you, Logan. That's what I need to do today. Patrick Johnson needs to be in competition with Ojulari and Uche. Backup edge looking like a little questionable. Yeah, there was really nothing going on with that edge rushing. I thought Patrick Johnson, man, he comes out, he gets a sack, penalty, comes right back, gets an interception. I think he should get a chance too. I agree. I think Adoree Jackson's not making this team. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Jakorian Bennett is going to run away with that outside corner spot. I really do. I think he's going to come in and we're going to like him. I was talking to people from the Raiders, like some of my friends. They all like the kid. They're like, he can play. So he may be the perfect fit for us. Any updates? Nothing yet. We're starting practice. Now, I got to say, I have a man crush on this kid, man. Darius Cooper. If he does not make the team, I will burn it all down. I will lose my mind. That kid is a stud. I don't care. I don't need to look at him anymore. I know what he's got. You have to keep that kid, protect that kid, because next year Jahan Dotson leaves as a free agent. That's my slot corner of the future, yo. Hey, Philly, I don't want to hear shit when cornerback 2 gets picked on all games. Well, why? What do you want me to say? I'm not saying that any of these guys have won the job. I don't think I don't think anybody's won. I don't think Ringo's won it. But we're really limited, dude. We're really limited in what we can do here. Are we not? Let's see what we got. Everybody's intrigued that who's there. Cooper, the Hall of Fame after game one. Ringo stinks. Yeah, after game one. Sign Simmons, Samuel Jr., cut Ringo and Jackson, draft long-term replacement next year. I'm all for Asante Samuel Jr. I'd be down with that. Justin Simmons. Ringo's not safety. Ringo may be a special teamer. He is not moving the needle. Well, he's not going to be a safety this year. Yeah, Cooper is a diamond in the rough. He is. There's Cooper out there looking like a Amari Cooper. He looked better than Amari Cooper. Coopers are big in Philly. Yeah. We got a problem at quarterback too. I really hope Bennett comes out. That's what I'm hoping too. I'm hoping Bennett comes out and takes over that job, man. That's my hope. Jakorian Bennett will win that job. I think Cooper could be the guy who comes up, step in a few games. AJ Devontae go down. He could get a few catches a game situation. Not sure whether the other backup can do that. Yeah, I kind of agree. I also think that if you keep him around, I think that kid could play in the slot. I think with his body frame, I think he would be good in the slot. So he could be your slot corner receiver next year. He's signed with the Eagles for the next 3 years as long as they keep him. G59, a member for 22 months. Thank you so much. I'm down to trade for Newsome or DJ Reed. I'm not opposed to it. And one thing with Howie, you got two practices with Cleveland next week. Howie has picked players from teams that we've had open practices before with. Think Jay Ajayi. So he, who knows who he's going to be looking at. Yeah, Cooper looks like a stud to me. He does. He clearly has the talent. He has the talent. Clark, what's going on? Isaiah Rodgers, we didn't need him. They should have signed him. Nina, what's going on? How are you? Ringo's starting with the first team right now. That's good. It's good. Throw him out there. What I want to see with Ringo is I want to see how he responds after that game. That to me is a big deal. So Keely Ringo starts out with the first team unit in drills. All right, cool. I have no problem with that. All right, we got some things going on here. So Keely Ringo and Jahad Campbell starting with defense to begin the day. Jalen Carter with a strip sack of Jalen Hurts on third down. So Jalen Carter making his presence felt. It's not surprising. Lucius, what's going on? He goes, what up, 500? Anquan Cooper won't be cut. Will they go light at tight end because it was easier to put on the practice squad? I would think so, right? I would think so. Like, I look at that kid and I think, there's your slot receiver next year. You have to protect that kid, man, even over Johnny Wilson. Darius Cooper is Antonio Brown, just you watch. Well, I'll take that. They're literally trying to give Keely the job. He has to take it or he won't be an NFL starter. I think today's a great opportunity for him to show that he can, brush what happened off. Let's see how he responds. I think that's really important. Let's see here. Josh Uche is getting more and more first team reps. I have to respectfully disagree with Joey. He said Sidney Brown played good. Sidney Brown didn't play good. I thought he was bad, not NFL level safety, no ball skill. I agree with you. I watched that game over. I didn't think he was that great. I'm not saying he can't be better, but I didn't think he was that great. And he can't tackle. He can't ramp up. He doesn't tackle. I agree with you. He's going to lose that job. Nick Gag 500 stinks. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got to keep there. We better keep him, Jared, or I'm gonna lose my mind. I will lose my mind. I can't take losing that kid because I can tell you that kid can play. I don't need to see anymore. I know he's got talent. I know he can play. You got to keep him. You got to keep him. Let's see here. But I didn't think Sidney Brown was that good. Sidney Brown likes to hit, but doesn't like to tackle. He does, and then he hurt himself. Had to take himself out of the game because he couldn't wrap up. He led with his head. Hopefully he'll play better, but I didn't think Sidney Brown was good. Ringo's been in the league for 3 years, and he still hasn't got it together. He needs to step up. We need Keith Cooper, the guy's a beast. Agreed. I agree on all fronts. To me, Adoree Jackson and Ringo both did not win that job. They both looked bad. But Adoree will get cut because he's older. Let's see. Agbo with a nice rep versus 11 on the run might have had a sack on Hurts on third down. It's like the defensive line is getting after it today. So he was good, just still reckless. Kind of late a couple times. I thought. I think he reads like, and it could just be with Sidney Brown. He just needs more reps. He just seems like he reacts like just a little slow. Like it takes him a while to react to what's going on. Good morning, Phil. I just jumped on. What did I miss? You didn't miss much. We got 628 people in here. I hope you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. I really appreciate it. We need to hit that like. Get them likes up. Nick Foles or Jalen Hurts? Super Bowl's in the line. Who you picking? Give me Jalen Hurts. Give me Jalen Hurts. Brown can't make a tackle without getting hurt. I'm getting tired of it. I am too, Jim. That's how I feel, man. Oh, Eduardo, man, thank you for the super chat, my man. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. What are your thoughts on Missile Man Sidney Brown? I like that he's aggressive. I like that he's he likes to hit. I worry a lot about his coverage skills and his ability to stay on the field and not get hurt. Not overdo it. So I have questions about him still. I'm not ready to hand him the job yet. That's for sure. I didn't think he was that great in the game. But you know why? You can't write him off either because it's only one preseason game. So what's he gonna do next time? Here you go. This is interesting. Jakorian Bennett getting first reps as Eagles after rotating in as second team right cornerback. Dave Zangaro says they've already put him. He's already getting first team reps. Ringo ain't doing shit. No. Saying Sidney Brown is in the medical tent is like saying you found a fork in the kitchen. I know. It's so true. I know. Thanks, 500. Me and Mark Holmes are friendly. You're, quote, friendly. Okay. He hurt because of the way he tackles. He keeps his head down. He leaves his shoulders. That's why he gets hurt. I know. And it's like, can he stop doing that? Speak for yourself, Mr. Smith. Many has played college football on scholarship. There you go. 500. How do you think Shedeur Sanders played? I thought he played good. I like the way Sanders played. You know what? If the Browns don't take Shedeur Sanders there, he's going to the Eagles, right? He was about to be an Eagle, which would have been really interesting because Tanner McKee, you're going to have to trade after a year. You can't let him walk for nothing. And you could have then started to develop Sanders. But I like the way he plays, and I'm glad for him. I thought he got shafted in the draft. Jakorian Bennett. It's interesting. He's getting first team reps already. All right, here you go. Here's something I like because I'm rooting for Makuba. I want Makuba to take that job at safety. Andrew Makuba is getting some second team reps 11-11. Sidney Brown was with the starters. That's expected. Makuba's going to have to work his way up into the lineup. He missed too much time. Against Browns, more Makuba Bennett time. It's got to be Bobber. Got to be. Ringo and Jackson are soup sandwiches. They were bad. I think Bennett was a nice trade. Watching preseason games against the Bengals made me think quarterback isn't a lock. Yeah, I think cornerback 2 should be wide open. Ringo opened the door for Jakorian. Absolutely. Philly, we got to talk about the Commanders. They have no defense. Yeah, no, I haven't watched that game yet. I saw that they allowed, 48 points? Every time I put on a game, it's the Browns game. I've seen the Browns game 4 times. But I haven't watched it yet. But, yeah, 48 points. I'm telling you, they're not going to be as good as everybody thinks. You got too many guys over 30. Why would the Browns draft a quarterback in the 3rd round? Well, they're the Browns. But I think when it came to Shedeur Sanders, I mean, for most of the lead up to the draft, he was a top 10 pick. So, the value was great. But I think he would have been way better off coming to the Eagles. Rolf Philly does it 500. There was a specific play last night that sums up Sidney Brown's game. He saw a play happening and could have picked it, but he just went for the big hit. That's a problem. I just think it seems like when I was watching him, it seems like it takes him like just an extra second, just a little delay to know what's going on. Like he doesn't recognize the play fast enough. And I think that just comes with playing. But to me, he just seems like a little bit like off. Khalid said Sidney Brown needs to stop trying to enforce her and just play a game. Agreed. Which defense players gets the most sacks this year? Nolan Smith. Ringo is cornerback 4. He might be. 500. Mark Holmes uploaded 103 videos last time. Mark Holmes is like in meltdown mode, man. It's really bad for Mark right now. Let's see if I can get any updates here. I like that Makuba's getting second team reps. Get him more. Oh shit! Here we go. Here you go. Darius Cooper with a nice catch from Jalen Hurts in 7 verse 7s. That's my boy. I love that guy. We got 725 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit it. We got to get them mother humpers up. How many we got? We don't even have 200. We need at least 350 likes if you like Darius Cooper. If you don't hit the like button, you don't like Darius Cooper. Let's go, baby. Mark Holmes is in meltdown. We overreacted to the game. Vic said it was putting players in stressful situations. Of course we did. But I can tell you this, Zay, Ringo failed that stress test. You know what I mean? Jerry Potter, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. My issues with like I rewatched it. All right, there's a catch that Chase makes on the sideline. I don't think it's a catch. I need another angle. I think he was out of bounds, right? And I don't think Ringo's coverage was necessarily like really bad, but the tackling, you can't miss the tackle. Imagine if that was a wild card game. That would change the whole game. It cost you the whole game. You got to make that tackle. If he would have, when Chase caught that out, if Ringo would have just wrapped him up, I would have said good play. So what I'm saying to you guys is it's fixable. You shouldn't write him off yet, but he was bad. It's bad. And Adoree Jackson, to me, was worse than Ringo. Let's address the elephant in the room. We need a new kicker. Dude, did you see Man was taking field goals? Who knows about the kicker? I get it, though. Gregory says, Darius Cooper not only getting first reps, but making catches with Jalen. Excellent. I know that kid's a player. I'm telling you, you can just look at some guys and you know he can play. He's not tall, but he's wide. Paws, no diddy, right? He's 5'11", 210 pounds. He's fast. He can catch. You know what I mean? I think he's good after yards after catch. I think he could play slot wide receiver for you next year. There would have been help over the top if it was a real game. It's true. Make the tackle. Just make the tackle. If you make the tackle, I have no issue with Ringo. Except for a couple things. So they say Jalen Hurts with a completion over the middle. Darius Cooper 707. Ball was thrown a little low, but Cooper was still able to make the grab. Hurts dapped Cooper up after the play. My man. I love that kid. I even like Elijah Cooks. I want to see more of him as well. I definitely do. Let's see here. See what we can find. We got 756 people. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. John, member for 39 months, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was so pleased with how good Steen looked. Yeah, Steen looked really good. I mean, great block. It sprung Shipley. I thought he was good too, man. I was very happy with him. Watch out for Dotson. I wouldn't trade Jahan Dotson. He looked good too. Jahan Dotson looked really good. What I would do is I would just keep Cooper. I would let him be a backup this year, and then next year when Jahan Dotson leaves, I stick him right in the slot. He's making $1 million at most, like the next 3 years. It's cheap. Keep him. He can play. Keep in mind, for the Eagles wide receiver 3 doesn't solely play in the slot, so they could move Smitty at slot times, Cooper outside next year. The future is bright with you. Absolutely. That's a great point, Devin. Great point. Seeing number 41 catch a pass reminded me of Keith Byers, right? It really did, except for he's way faster than Keith Byers. And from 4.44 is fast for football. Agreed. We need to keep Dotson. I feel he'll go off this year. Yeah. Look, I think the kid needs. He played good, but he needs to develop. He needs a year to develop. I'm just saying this kid has a skill set to play. Don't cut him. Keep him on that roster and let him learn. Next year, he'll pay dividends. Jerry Potter, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Shout out to you. Bond and Campbell is going to be the best linebacker tandems in the NFL this upcoming season. Eagles will have the best linebacker group in the NFL. Gilberts. I agree. I agree with you, my man. And thank you so much for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it. I agree. People were like saying to me, why is Jahad Campbell not playing? Or not? Well, he's on limited snap counts. That's why. Come on, Jakorian. I want Jakorian Bennett to have a really good practice. Here you go. Here's a little update. So Jakorian got some 7-on-7 reps with the third unit. He had good coverage on a short McCourt pass that sailed out of bounds. All right. So good start for him. To be fair, Philly, our roster this year is scary. You're right, because the last time you were alive, you were saying a lot of teams should be scared of us heading into 2025 season. I was live. Yeah. No, yeah. Well, I think they should. I think, look, we've got issues at I'm not saying we don't have issues, but, I trust the coaching staff to figure out the corner and safety spot. Well, they'll get those guys up and playing the way they need to. But you look at the rest of the talented team, it's ridiculous. Now, another position you might want to add is, think about depth at edge. You could use that. I mean, Uche, Ojulari, I didn't think they really did much. Knew the Ravens was getting Stark. He fits that team. Yeah, Starks was one of the guys I really liked. I really wanted. But when I heard how much the Eagles thought of Jahad Campbell, like I remember we were doing the Combine live, and we were talking, we're like, man, that Jahad Campbell, look at him. I'm like, yeah, but the Eagles don't draft linebackers in the first round. They never draft linebackers in the first round. And they did. Howard says, we need Justin Simmons. Asante. I'm with you on Asante Samuel Jr. But I'm telling you right now, let's give this Jakorian Bennett kid a chance. Because I'm telling you, everything I hear from Oakland, or not Oakland, Vegas, is that he was a player. And he was their most consistent corner. But Pete Carroll likes big corners. So he fits our scheme way better. Philly, is it true that Shaq said that he thinks the Cowboys are going to win? Yeah, he guaranteed the Cowboys would win, or he's going to wear a dress or something. Yeah. Keeping 6 wide receivers. I would. I definitely would. Wow, good this one. Look at this. My man's flying up the depth chart. Darius Cooper getting first team reps on 11 on 11. That's what I'm talking about. Shaq just wants to wear a dress. Yeah, probably. Just bring Asante Samuel Jr. Can't hurt right now. I don't think it would hurt at all. Eagles will not repeat with their current quarterback 2 candidates. They have Johan Rojas or Rojas. Who do you think beats them? I mean, the way I see it is, yeah, you might give up some points. You might have a problem there, but who's going to beat you? Drew, he throws on time. Something Hurts needs to get better at. We see him do it in 22, so he's capable. It's a matter of letting it up. Yep. We definitely not repeat. We're repeating. Get ready. We're repeating. This is back-to-back mud humpers. I don't think teams are built to beat the Eagles. I just think that the way it is, the way the league is built defensively, I think it's going to take about another year for teams to adjust to the Eagles. I really do. God, I love Darius Cooper, man. I'm telling you, dude, that's my guy. Jalen Carter bats down a Jalen Hurts pass at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter's having a great practice today. While Philadelphia's practicing on all cylinders, Dallas is busy with their self-imposed distractions. Tell Shaquille O'Neal to party dress. I know, right? It's true. They got no chance, Gregory. Charles Barkley bet Shaq the Eagles will win the Super Bowl. Oh, did he? He's a good one. Phil, do you own a man purse? No, I do not. But I heard you do. What color is yours? You go with the pink? Come on, Nick Yak. What are you doing? Stop walking around with that. You know? I'm too old for that kind of crap. You know what I mean? You guys are, I think your young generation is already too soft as it is. 500, we will sort cornerback and safety issues out before game 1. I think so. 500, the Jets don't have franchise quarterback. Would you give up McKee and picks for Sauce backup quarterback? Yeah, I would. But here's the thing. I don't want to send McKee to the Jets. It's like where your career goes to die. Like, I don't want to do that to the kid. And I wouldn't do it this year unless they give me Sauce Gardner, but they wouldn't. How do we get Carter? Still can't believe that many dumb GMs. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I would trade McKee for Sauce in a heartbeat. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to do that to the kid. 500. What do you do for work? I'm in the witness protection program. The Jets are not trading Sauce. No, it was just a hypothetical question. It was just a hypothetical. Elliot Shore Park says Jalen Carter has been awesome today. Jalen Carter has been awesome today. He's basically wrecked 3-4 plays in 11 on 11. Not surprised. What's going on, my man? It's J-Dog. What's going on, J-Dog? 500 lives next door to Henry Hill. Henry Hill's bad guy. Bad guy, let me tell you. Phil, you should do a bet with Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes don't want none of this. Mark Holmes don't want none of this. I'm telling you. Thank you, King. What I missed, Dingbat? Jalen Carter's wreck in practice. Darius Cooper looks good. Jakorian Bennett, we're getting our first look at. Did you see Vic smiling at practice? Makes me more excited about the defense. Yeah. 500, in your opinion, what offensive weapons that were displayed on Thursday night are not making a team. Somebody at the receiver position is going to lose, is not going to make it. I mean, you have 3 receivers I thought played good. Darius Cooper, Johnny Wilson, and Anais Smith. Elijah Cooks has looked really good. He got hurt. So will the Eagles part with one of those wide receivers? They tend to not like to get rid of draft picks. So Johnny Wilson and Anais Smith probably have the inside edge on Darius Cooper. But Cooper is playing so well that I don't see how you can get rid of him. So my biggest fear is that they cut one of those wide receivers. I would seriously keep 6. I think if you cut Darius Cooper, somebody will pick him up. McKee is definitely better than Justin Fields in my opinion. Oh God, yeah. McKee is better than a lot of the quarterbacks. If I would, you support the BLT? Is that bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes? I like bacon, lettuce, and tomato. McKee cannot do more or offense than Jalen Hurts can. Come on, man. Please tell me Eagle fans know. Was somebody say something else? Cooper practice squad? I don't know if he'll. Listen, if I'm a GM, if I'm the Saints, or I don't care who it is, and I need a receiver, I'm popping him off the Eagles practice squad. That kid's got to be protected, man. He's got to be on the active roster because he will get plucked from. I'm telling you, he will get plucked off that practice squad, and he won't clear waivers. I don't believe he'll. You know. All right, here we go. Here's some good updates. All right. Let's talk about this guy. Eli Ricks with a pick 6 off Tanner McKee, backed up drill. Ricks punts the ball in celebration. Eli pick 6. Ricks lives up to his name with an interception on McKee on offense, backed up against the goal line. He should have had a pick 6 in that game. I know some people are saying Eli Ricks, oh, no. Eli Ricks deserves the opportunity. Not y'all giving McKee over Hurts after one. No, McKee is not better than Hurts. Come on now. McKee makes preseason fun. He does. I like him. I think he can play. I think he can start. I think you're going to have to trade him after this year because he's too valuable. But I love him. Keep AJ Smith, Dotson, Cooper. Who else? Wilson and Nyash Marshall. The rest all have serious limitations. Well, here's the thing. Wilson, I don't think they're going to give up yet. He's big, Anais showed that he could do punt returns. Like, he had a great punt return. If Anais Smith can be the returner, then he's going to have a spot. Why not keep 6 and then just keep one less tight end? That's what they should do, to be honest with you. Betrayal Benjamin, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. We come a long way with the linebacker since Nate Gary. Nate Gary, what? Oh, those were the days. Yeah, we've come a long way. I mean, it's the best linebacking core I've seen with the Eagles, deep, like depth-wise, since, like I said, the 90s Eagles. And thank you so much for the super chat. Tanner McKee with a really bad pick 6 in practice. Pass was intended for Marshall Jr., picked off easily by Eli Ricks for the touchdown. Offense was on their 1-yard line. Possible miscommunications on the throw to McKee and Marshall. Yeah, probably was. At least Ricks caught this one. Ricks was the best corner on the field the other day. I thought him and McWilliams were. I agree. Wilson will make it because of his blocking, and he can play third tight end in certain packages. Smith can return punts, but his receiving is very average. I would keep Wilson over Smith. Keep Cooper. All I know is if they get rid of Cooper, they're going to regret it. He's too good. He's too good. I think he's better than Wilson right now. To me, I have that my depth chart is AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, and then Darius Cooper 4. Then Wilson, then Anais Smith. That's the depth chart that I have. Asante Samuel is instinctive, but tackles worse than Ringo the other night Would we be better off getting a vet like Gilmore? Who would you prefer? Well, my preference is to let Jakorian. Let's see what we got with Jakorian Bennett for, give him a week or two, see what he's got, and then if I have to, I'll get Asante Samuel Jr. I know he can't tackle though, and that's going to be an issue, but he can at least cover. No updates as of right this second. Crash Test Covey, that's my dog right there. He's in LA now, right? We can keep 6 wide receivers. It's not uncommon to. Yeah, I think you keep 2 tight ends and then 6 receivers. I just don't think that when teams look and other, because look, you have preseason games. All these GMs watch all these guys across the league. All right, they do. I don't think Darius Cooper is going to make it through waivers. Like if you cut him and try to bring him back to the practice squad, somebody's going to pick him up. I think you've got to protect him, but he's got to continue to play good. He's got to make it. He's got to make it impossible for the Eagles to cut. And like things like today, what he's doing on the field is exactly what you got to do. Getting reps with Jalen Hurts, making big catches. That's what we need from him. You see the game Wilson was playing. He's been the best, and you have Cooper over him. I have Cooper over him. There's no question. Listen, Johnny Wilson made some nice, tough catches, but this kid is fast. This kid is strong. This kid catches with his hands and pulls it in. No, I think Cooper is better than Wilson. I do. I think he's got bigger upside. I think this kid's legit player, man. I do. Cooper won't last on the practice squad. All right, let me ask you guys. Here's a question. Let's do a poll. Let's have some fun. All right? Let's do it. All right. Who? All right, I'm going to have a fun poll here. Let's see what you guys think of this one. I'm dying to know because I think Cooper's a better player. And I like Johnny Wilson. We got over 900 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. We need at least 500 likes before this thing is over. We got 317. We need 200 more. Less than 200 more. Let's rock and let's get it. Come on, give me some updates. Joshua isn't a fair op. Well, who is? Darius Cooper will be wide receiver when I agree, Bradley. I agree. I know. I'm not saying they're not different wide receivers, but you got to choose one. Who do you choose? Cooper over Wilson is no training, but also isn't an argument. Eagles will keep 6 wide receivers. I hope so, Lucius. I mean, I think they've got to. And I like both of them. I do. What's up, Truancy? How are you? 500, do you think Cooper not playing special teams will hurt the team evaluate wide receiver? It could. Yeah, it could. It definitely could. But, I mean, I'm telling you, you can look at certain guys and that guy has all the tools. He's fast. He's strong. He catches the ball right. I mean, He's not going to make the practice squad. He's not going to stick on that practice squad. We lost what? We lost a center last year. You know? See, I'm looking for updates. Nothing. Got quiet. Got quiet on us. So we keep 4 running backs? No, I think they keep 3 running backs, probably 2 tight ends, and then 6 receivers. That would be my guess. Cooper, I think Eagles could later in the secondary as DeGenie's versatile. Then we could keep 6. Yeah, if somebody could run away with that job, it would help us a lot. Cooper, and it's not even close. We're already slotting him as wide receiver 4 at game 1. He's electric, and give him a year to learn to be, for them to teach him how to play. Jahan Dotson goes. There's your starting slot wide receiver. If Cooper keeps producing and the Eagles want to go later at wide receiver, then it could possible that Cooper could unseat Dotson, who only has 1 year left on his deal. The thing is, Dotson has looked really good, though. That's the thing. That's why I don't think they're going to get rid of him. Clark, thank you for Super Day. Cooper versus Stinkler, about the same size and build. Take Cooper. I'd take Cooper in a second. I'm telling you, that kid's a player. You just know sometimes. Do you think Marshall's gone? I think Marshall's on the outside, man, because he missed too much time. Right now the 85% of people said Darius Cooper or Wilson. I agree. Why was it AJ, Smitty, Cooper, Cooks, Dotson, and Wilson? What about Brown? You forgot Brown. They should convert Wilson. Yeah, I just think he just needs to get a little bigger, like not taller, but he needs to put on some weight. So here's let me put this up. Here's Jakorian Bennett. Look how thin Jordan Davis looks. My God. We already have a tight end who can't block. I don't want to see transition tight end. Yeah. Has anyone heard of what happens to Elijah Cooks? He hurt his shoulder. It actually doesn't look like it's that serious. He's missing practice, but he's out on the sideline, which is good. But, I mean, to me, I'm going to stash him. Oh, your shoulder? I'm stashing him on IR. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stash Elijah Cooks. I think Cooper could play. I wonder if he could do punt returns. That's a great question. Yo, Philly, just tuning in from UK. What's new today? Jakorian Bennett is practicing, and Darius Cooper's getting first team reps. They got something in this Darius Cooper kid, man. I'm telling you. You just know. Even like you guys remember Fulgham? Fulgham didn't have the speed this kid has. He didn't have the speed this kid has. I thought it was serious. He was on a cart, and these cart injuries aren't that serious. This one wasn't. As far as I know, Sidney Brown's okay. He's practicing today, so he's okay. I thought he broke his collarbone, Sidney's practicing. Travis Fulgham, remember him? Philly is awesome. Letting mentally man run a show. We love it. Props to Philly. Dallas would never. Thank you. Brown's practicing. Sign Gilmore? I mean, I guess they could if they need to. Good to hear Sidney Brown. Yeah. We didn't need to lose another safety, man. All right, here we go. So Jalen Hurts with a nice throw over the middle to Wilson. Got it in the window over 2 defenders. So there's Johnny Wilson making plays. All of a sudden, these receivers are making plays, yo. I don't know where Fulgham is. 900 in here. Hit the like. We need 500 likes. I don't know how many we've got. But we need at least 500. We only got 374. We got 500 likes. Help your boy out. Makuba's back getting second-team reps. How many teams called Howie about Tanner after that game? I don't know, but if you're New Orleans Saints, I just keep thinking New Orleans. 500 don't care about the trolls. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Oh, you fat? Oh, yeah, you good. You got eyes. You can see. Dallas owns you. Laugh out. Enjoy the pity. Super Bowl doesn't count a real one. Yeah, it doesn't count in the real books. Go sign your players. The Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are today's version of the Cleveland Browns, dude. They're the Arizona Cardinals back when they were the Phoenix Cardinals. You know what I mean? Dallas is I don't know why Dallas fans think they're some prestigious organization. They stink. I would have no problem if the Eagles brought Gilmore at this point. They have a cap space after offering him around $5 million a year. What about that? No, I'm not. To me, I would rather Gilmore than Justin Williams. I would rather Asante over both. But I'm telling you, I have a good feeling about Jakorian Bennett. I do. I think he's going to be the guy. He just needs to practice. But we'll see. I mean, let's take a look at this kid. Let's see what he could do. Here you go. Speaking of Jakorian Bennett, Eagles' new cornerback Jakorian Bennett mixing in the second-team right cornerback. Right cornerback is where Ringo and Adoree have mostly repped the first offseason. They're looking for him to take that job. He's going to end up being that starter. I think this kid's going to win it. The question is what do we do at safety? I've been telling everyone we have a cornerback 2 problem. Never should have let go of Slay, or we should have made a trade Ramsey, George Pickett. Will cook Ringo. George Pickens will not be on Ringo. Ringo will not be on Pickett. You realize that Pickens is going to be he's going to have problem with Q because remember that 90% of the time CeeDee Lamb is in the slot. Cooper DeJean will be on him. We have Q who can play both sides this year, and he will follow Pickens. So Pickens will have Q, not Ringo. Sign is invisible. I just think that injury. I just don't think he's come back from that injury. Did you guys see the quarterback 3 and 4 that are not going anywhere? I didn't see quarterback 3. Quarterback 3. No, I didn't see. Tanner's not going anywhere this year. Phil, I know you saw how quickly Coop wins at the line. Kid's a stud, man. You're right. Jakorian Bennett is a me version of Ringo. He ain't him either. I will wait. I will wait and see. Bonzology. I'm not going to make that determination yet. You might be right. It might be right. I'm in wait and see mode with him. Everything I've heard from the Raiders, they love him. The Raider fans love them. So we'll see. I don't need him to be. I don't need him to be perfect. I just need him to be competent. I hope Dallas pays Parsons. Make it the highest paid position so we can correct it. I do too, because if Dallas pays Parsons, then they've got 3 guys making ridiculous money. They got a quarterback that can't win a Super Bowl. And so that means they're going to be trying for the next 3 years. They're not 3-4 years. They're gonna lose. That means they're gonna in 3-4 years they're gonna keep losing and they're gonna rebuild and it's gonna take them another. They're only they won't be a real true competitor for at least 8 years. They take themselves out. Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Well, Jakorian Bennett's practicing for the first time. Darius Cooper's getting some second-team reps, and Jalen Carter's destroying everybody. People do realize this, man. We can't have all-pro at every position. I know Celia will make you think we suck if we don't, but some spots you just need serviceable guys. That's it. I just need a guy competent at that corner spot. And from everything I heard of Jakorian Bennett, he can play. So let's see before I say he's not the guy. Maybe he's not. I want to let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. I don't need him to be an all-pro. I just need him to be serviceable. I wonder how long they're going to practice today. I'll say what I said from time happened. Letting Rodgers go's mistake. You might be right. You might be right. But Mark will go live. Let's troll him. Yeah, we'll definitely troll him tonight. What game are you streaming tonight, Giants? I'm not streaming either game. I don't stream other teams' preseason games. I stream our preseason games. That's about it. Fitzpatrick just went to the Dolphins. Why would he be traded? Why would he be traded back to the Dolphins, right? Wasn't he with the Dolphins to start? I don't know why. I don't know what was going on there. Y'all going undefeated. I'm not a Cowboys person, so better be ready because you're all on our schedule this year. Hopefully, you will have a good record when we meet. Your secondary looking weak and pass rush. How's our? I don't know how our pass rush is looking weak. Secondary one position battles maybe not up there, but you realize that the Eagles didn't play their starters, right? We played Joe Burrow. Our second team was playing Burrow and Jamar Chase. You realize the Eagles, they had their third string defensive tackles in. They had backup secondary in. When the real guys get out there, it's going to be a whole different story. The Patrick was drafted by the Dolphins. He went to the Steelers, and they just swapped him and Ramsey. So now he's back at Dolphins. That's crazy. I would have liked to get Fitzpatrick. Bennett is a baller. He will be fine by week 1. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't understand a lot of these Cowboy fans. Like they see the Ringo play and they go, "Oh yeah, we're gonna feast on them." They don't realize Ringo ain't gonna be on Pickens. It's gonna be Q. Why is it so blurry? It's on. Let me ask you guys. On my stream, is the video blurry to you guys? It looks clear to me. Ringo, Adoree, and Brown are all potentially starters. All potentially. Who knows if Ringo's even playing? Agreed. Both are good. I need to see more for Cooper to see if that's the real deal. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, Cooper DeJean will be on Q on CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb lines up in the slot. So who's your nickel corner? It's Cooper DeJean. So Cooper DeJean on CeeDee Lamb, and then on the outside Pickens, right? Well, now this year Q is playing both sides, so he can shadow him, just follow whatever side he's on. So you've got Cooper DeJean most likely going to be going up against CeeDee Lamb, and you got Q going up against Pickens. That's how it's going to be set up. Last year, Q could not switch sides. This year, that's what they've taught him. So, Dallas fans live in a fantasy world. All right, let's go here. DTR with an awesome touchdown throw in the back of the end zone to Morin was about 15 yardish, perfectly placed. That's good. Why wouldn't the Cowboys just move Lamb and Pickens to the outside to feast? CeeDee Lamb plays the slot like 90% of the time. They could do that, but I actually think that would hurt CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb's way more effective in the slot. So if you take him and you move him outside, all of a sudden I think I think that you're not getting what you really need to get out of CeeDee Lamb. I don't think he's as good on the outside. This is just me personally. I don't think he's as good on the outside as he is in the slot. Here's the question. The question isn't who's going to cover those guys. The question is how the hell are the Cowboys going to block the interior of the Eagles' defensive line? How are they going to block the Eagles' defensive line? And how are they going to run the ball? If you can't do those things, you can't beat the Eagles. And you got to stop the run. Good luck. And Dak is not good there. I think the Cowboys fans forget that. They think Dak is like this unbelievable guy. He stinks. Dak will stink it up, and then by the fourth quarter, he'll throw like 2 touchdown passes. And then Mark will get on there going, "Oh, he threw 2 touchdown passes." Yeah, but it was 41-3. Ringo's just specialty. He might be, yeah. He might be. What is the opposite with Justin Fields? They got an Instagram account like he stinks. I don't know. And I haven't followed anything going on with the Jets. So I have no idea what's going on there. Nothing going on. Man-to-man is not used a lot in Vic's defense. It's true. It's not. However, you still shadow the guy. Like, I still think if Pickens is on one side, you put Q there. Even if you're in zone, just for the look. Just so he has to look and see Q in front of him. I think you do that. Could the Eagles travel DeJean with Lamb if they try to match him up outside? They could. If they want to play man, they could. But look, if you're going to tell me Dallas is going to line up CeeDee Lamb on the outside the whole game, I'll take that. Because to me, you're taking what CeeDee Lamb does good. You're using it against you're basically hurting Dallas's offense. Ringo's great straight size, also special. He's a great special teamer, good gunner, you know. No, does Uche where you feel? Yeah, not yet, but I am looking. I'm in the market for some depth at edge. I am, but I wouldn't say worried. Not on one preseason game. The Browns' big issue is the quarterback position. Agreed. John M., thank you for Super Chicos. Dallas fans are always living in fantasy land. They can't face reality. Dak just pads his stats when it doesn't matter. Go Birds. Thank you, John, for Super Chat, man. Appreciate you. I agree with you. $50 million Jerry paid this year to Dak. I know. I love it when Mark Holmes goes, "Well, guys, hey, friends, Mark Holmes, do you know that we're paying Dak $50 million this year, but in 4 years, the Eagles are going to have to pay Jalen Hurts. In 4 years, all right? So we'll have 3 more Super Bowls by then. And then what? Then they'll renegotiate his contract, and we'll be fine." It's hilarious. He's like, in 4 years, Jalen Hurts' cap is going to be huge. In 4 years? Are you kidding me? Eagles have significant defensive end. Did you not see I like Patrick Johnson, Linda. I like him a lot. I thought he was great. But, we've seen the thing with him is we've seen him play good, and then they still get rid of him. So the Eagles practice ends. So Eagles practice is over. I didn't think it was going to be a super long practice today. Eagles practice ends with a nice Dorian Thompson-Robinson pass it to the back of the end zone for Taylor Morin. Then it hits Morin on 2-point conversion. DTR looked good for the past week or so. Okay. That's good. Now, tomorrow we got an open practice. You know where my eyes are going to be? Cornerback and Darius Cooper. Let's see that Darius Cooper poll. 84% of people said Darius Cooper. He's stud. And I like Johnny Wilson too, by the way. Yeah, I think it was a shorter practice. They got the open practice tomorrow. Then they're off Monday. They got 2 heavy days of practice versus Cleveland. We're going to be live for that. That's going to be interesting. I'm a big fan. Me too, my man. Yeah, I think it was a quick practice. Listen, about an hour and a half. I released a 500 video of clown turds versus Green Bay wildcard. Ain't it great? Ain't it great? Yo, what's up? Are you gonna be a practice? I'm gonna be here, but I'm hoping to get people sending me good stuff tomorrow. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I love the Eagles are going hard right after the game on Thursday. Yeah. You just can't let CJ and Slay go without seeing a deep. Well, I don't disagree with you there. Especially, to me, the CJ one is the one that I still scratch my head at. But yeah. Darius Cooper collected the wide receiver 3 check. Darius Cooper's making $1 million a year. And he's signed through what, 2027, if the Eagles keep him. I mean, that's your third wide receiver in 2 years. Dallas is smart. The argument's already over. If you say Dallas is smart, then it's already over. They will keep Prescott and make him the highest paid quarterback ever and talk about winning. Yeah, they're really smart. They're geniuses. Would Dotson be a decent trade bait? Jahan starting to trust him. I don't think so. I think you keep Jahan Dotson and you let him play his contract out. I think he's going to have a good year. But most likely he's going to go somewhere else next year, right? You're not going to pay him a lot of money. And I think you keep Darius Cooper on the roster. You let him learn, let him get better and better, develop him, and then next year let him try to win that starting slot spot. Cowboys don't have a fat moron who can barely speak English running our social media. Okay. Type in Mark Holmes. Drew says, yeah, F did that to Twits. It was ridiculous. He keeps saying the transcript don't lie. What happened? What happened? I don't even know what happened. It's over. Love the Eagles, but do want to see Sanders do good next game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope Shedeur Sanders does good. I thought he looked really good, and I hope he wins that starting job in Cleveland. But I don't care. Goes up against our guys. We gotta take care of business. Johnny Wilson, Steve Smith said he has 2 left feet, but it looks like Wilson is Wilson's getting better. I thought Wilson played good. I want to keep 6 receivers. Eagles should have open practice streaming on their website. It would be nice. They don't do that though. They have open streaming like the warm-ups. See what you see, like you're not allowed to show practice. You're not allowed, like beat writers aren't allowed to film when they do like 11-on-11 stuff. They can only film warm-ups. So do you already have a Super Bowl banner 500 will drop? Oh, no, I don't have one yet. I was looking at a couple. I just have to pick one out, but I'll have one. I'll have one come September 4th, and I'll put it up. It's a win-win with Dotson. He will help us repeat the team, help him make a lot of money. I agree. See, I don't want to overkill Cooper. I want Darius Cooper to come in, win a job, and then learn and develop for a year. Then go into a whole off season with OTAs and then training camp, and then let him learn it then. But they're giving him first team reps. That's a good sign. Jay's a favorite super chat. What do you think of Makuba? I think that he's the guy. I want Makuba to win the safety job. I'm hoping he could come in and win it, but he's just behind because of injury. He's got second team reps today. He needs to play next week. But my hope is that he'll win it, Jason. I mean, from everything I've heard about him, he can play. And he seems like the exact type of safety that they're looking for. Darius Cooper must stay and not on the practice field. Like I said, I think a team will. If I'm a team looking for a receiver, I'm plucking him off the Eagles practice squad. He's got to make it. I didn't realize picking up Dotson's 5th-year option would have cost over $16 million. I love his upside, but that's too much. I think they already picked it up, right? Isn't he in his last year this year? Let me see. I think this is his last year with the Eagles. They didn't pick it up, right? They didn't pick it up. That's right. They didn't pick it up. So Dotson is. Let me find it. Let me see. I'm looking for his contract. All right, Jahan Dotson. He is. Let's see. Yeah, they voided. They didn't pick it up, so he's making $1.4 million against the cap. I think he signed. It says voided. Here, I'll show you guys. This is Jahan Dotson's contract. It looks like this is his last year. He is, man. He is. Who's your 6 receivers in order? I'll say A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Darius Cooper, Johnny Wilson, and Nia Smith. That would be my order. So that's Jahan Dotson's contract. It's voided after 26. So it's his last year. Let me go to my boy Darius Cooper. Here's Darius Cooper. If he makes the team, it could be your 3rd wide receiver. Look at the cap numbers for the next few years, right? If he could play slot in 26, he's $1 million. 2027, he's $1.1 million. He's cheap for 3 years. He's got to make that team. He's got to make that team. So Dotson's out for you. I think after this year, because, I wouldn't trade Dotson, keep him, but I think after this year, they're not going to sign him. He's going to cost you, what, $10 million, something like that? If that, he might even want more money. So I don't think they can afford to keep him. Yeah, our running backs are nasty. Our running back is an upgrade. We are way better at running back than a year ago. Cooper was great. He was great. How he's a cap genius is right. Bag of chips pricing, right? I would trade Dotson, put Cooper in the slot. I would put Cooper in the slot next year. I don't think we should overwhelm the kid. I think Dotson, he had a great offseason. Hurts is beginning to trust him. I think you keep Dotson and you let Cooper just learn. No, he was an undrafted free agent. I'm a football fan first, Eagle fan said, keep it real compared to what I see from a lot of teams' organization. Jeffrey Lurie has the perfect blueprint. He does. He really does. Cooper's not ready to produce for a team looking to repeat. He needs time. I think he's talented. He's got all the tools, but give him a year to develop. You know what I'm saying? And don't put that pressure on him. Just protect him by keeping him on the active roster. Darius Cooper was starstruck when he first got in the huddle. Hurt, I know. Cooper Ray, idiots, let him learn from Dotson. Agreed. Cooper is going to be nice. Patience is a virtue there, and Dotson plays the best they can this year to bag. We get a comp pick. Agreed. Yeah, they declined his 5th year. Dotson going to Houston to catch passes from Hurts this offseason will help. Yeah, I thought Dotson played, one series? I thought he looked great. He looked faster than he last year. You could tell he's playing much more confident. I think you look at his playoff performances and Super Bowl, he's going to have a big year. But if Darius Cooper could just learn, I think you got something in the future. Darius Cooper, AJ Lilbro, right? Nia Smith, Cooks, Marshall are fighting for that 6th spot. They keep saying, agreed. Now, Nia Smith, the advantage I give him is that punt return was big. If he can get and do punt returns, it's huge for us, man. It's huge. That's what we need from him. Dotson had a great year, concentration in hands. He did. I think it's safe to think Darius Cooper's made it. If he don't make this team, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, I'm gonna lose it because I'm telling you that kid can play. Like we've seen Fogum and we've seen guys like that have good camps and good games and good stretches. This kid, you can tell has got the tools. He just needs somebody that believes in him. He just needs to play. That's the truth. Five what receivers are on the bubble. In my mind, it's Anaya Smith, Marshall, and Wilson. But I don't think they'll get rid of Wilson. Darius Cooper reminds me of Anquan Bolton. Yeah, I think that's a great comparison. Yeah, Paul Turner. I mean, those guys had good camps, but they didn't flash the same way. Like, you could tell when he runs, the speed at which he runs, the way he catches yards after catch. Like, he can play. He just needs to develop. You know, wide receiver's good when he comes out of breaks. He separates. Cooper gets going, be good. He's doing all camp. Johnny here 2 years. Cooper first game did more in both of them. Agree. I agree. I talked with the family of Anias and last season, and he had a negative ankle injury from college. He's fully healthy, so he should have a strong camp again. Yeah, I like what I saw from Anias Smith. To be honest with you, I think that Anias can really win that spot by the punt returns. Like, keep having good returns, and you don't have to put Cooper DeJean out there. Do it. I mean, I think that could win him a job. I right now I would keep 6 wide receivers. I'd keep 2 tight ends and 6 wides, or 3 tight ends, 6 wides, and then go one less somewhere. Cooper's looks way more developed than Paul ever did. He has that extra gear that Paul didn't. Yeah, Steen is starting. I see Powell being a great kick punt returner, giving me Devin Hester. Yeah, I liked Shindarik Powell. I like what the offensive coordinator was good. I agree with you. Cooper definitely should make this. Doesn't, it would be a travesty, obviously. And the kid Bennett, yeah, they just got from Oakland. Watch his tape. Agreed. I agree with you. I keep 6 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. Only need 4 safeties. Problem with the safeties is who are the 4? You know, Steen had phenomenal block that long. Yeah, it was a great seal. Kyle McCord will win the Super Bowl MVP this year. All right, that would be a hell of a story. Yeah, Powell does remind you of Stroll. I could see that. I could see that. Darius Cooper, baby. That's my boy. So Jahan Dotson speaking to the media right now. If you guys want to go check that out. Oh, God. Elliott Shore Park's giving grades again. The thing that I'm most concerned about is Blankenship health. He's a vet, and he's back. And now, is he hurt? What was something wrong with him? He was healthy last year, wasn't he? Anaya Smith being returner keep them from having to use DeJean on return. Agreed. 500, you go to the Eagles stream. Shit, peace chat. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate you. Safeties are Reed, Brown, Drew, and McCollum. Yeah, that's your 4 safeties. That's worries me. Wilson sucks. No, I thought Wilson was pretty good. I thought he played pretty good, you know? Our running backs look good with second and third string of line. They do. They do. I feel like we'll miss Booker, somebody said. I feel like we might. I'd like to see Sam over McCollum. I need to see more Sam. We need to trade for a tight end too. I don't know who's available. A.J. Dillon looked good, yeah. third running back, I mean, they're just going to wear you out. With Barkley, Hurts, Dillon, and that offensive line, and even Shipley, man, they're going to by the fourth quarter of games, teams are going to be dog tired, man. I think Ringo might be, yeah. Anaya Smith ain't going nowhere. He'll make the roster based on the return capabilities, like mentioned above. Agreed, James. I agree with that. James, I'm sorry, James. I read it wrong. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Do you think Terrence Marshall Jr. will make the team? 2 weeks ago, I would have said yes. I think the injury hurt him, and I think that he's losing. I think he's going down the depth chart quick. I think Wilson is rising. I think Anaya Smith is rising, and I think this kid Darius Cooper is on blast off. So right now, I have him on the outs. He might be a guy. I think Marshall would probably clear waivers. I think you probably could get him back on the practice squad. Cooper DeJean hasn't been our punt return since the middle of last season. He only started on defense after week 5. Last year after he came in, but I just don't want him out there. Marshall will make the practice squad. He's vested. He won't take. Yeah. Oh, he's vested. Okay. I didn't know he was vested. Yeah, he'll be on the practice squad, and nobody will pluck him. But Darius Cooper, if they try to clear waivers with him and bring him back on practice squad, he ain't making it. I won't sleep that whole night. I'll be so pissed off. Somebody like, I don't know, the Rams claim him off waivers, and then 2 years from now, he's an all-pro. Powell one carry, he was better. Yeah, I think Marshall's practice squad guy. I think he'll probably make the practice squad. All right, Logan, see you, man. 2 phantom injuries on Motrell and Powell. Yeah, probably. Well, see, I think Powell. I think both those guys will make the practice squad. You know, Marshall's a vet, right? He can choose his destiny. Yeah, that's what they said. DeJean should not return punts. He did not the entire 2024 season, less 4 games. Yeah, I agree. No returning punts. Too good. He had that one nice return versus Dallas. Jeff Bone, the Bonehead, welcome to Dingbat Nation, man. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. 500, we will be fine. If we are lacking somewhere, I trust Howie get right. I trust Howie. And the one good thing is we got Christian Parker. He's a really, really, really good defensive back coach. He will figure it out. Marshall maybe, but I can't put Darius Cooper on that practice squad. I can't risk it. I mean, I think they got a legit stud. Just like we claimed Jake Elliott off the Bengals practice squad, and he was 5-round pick. Bengals were so smart. Agreed. Last year, didn't we lose a center to the Rams off the practice squad? And the kid was pretty good. The Eagles really liked him. I think we should keep Wilson for red zone. I think they should keep Wilson too. I think they should keep Wilson, Anaya Smith, and I think they should keep 6 wide. Yeah, Washington gave up 48 points. Every time I try to watch a game, though, it's always the Cleveland Panthers game. I haven't even watched the Washington game. I think Giants playing a little bit. Hey, Phil, it looks like Barkley is rubbing off Shipley. Absolutely. He looks like Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, I could see that a little bit. 500, how many wide receivers do we keep? Going to be tough choice. I think at this point, I think you have to keep 6. I don't think Darius Cooper can clear waivers. And I think if you put him on the practice squad, somebody's going to take him. And if somebody doesn't, they're dumb. I think Johnny Wilson, same thing. And Anaya Smith, Anaya Smith looks pretty good. I think you got to keep 6. Debo, I could see that, yeah. Washington has no depth. Washington will probably pluck them. Believe me, everybody's looking at our roster. Foster Parks member for 24 months. Thank you so much, man. 2 years. 2-year member. Been watching since 2020. Thank you, Foster Parks, man. I appreciate you. Shipley, the young son, Saquon rubbing off. He's going to be good too. I think the perfect comp for how Cooper plays Anquan Bolden. That's what I saw too. Wilson dropped 50% of balls thrown his way. Not good. No, but he did have a good game. The thing with Wilson is he's a draft pick. You know, Howie does not like cutting draft picks. You know, but I just don't think you can get rid of Darius Cooper. And look, he was getting first team reps today. That's really good, man. Billy says 500. Have you seen all of Howie's disciples in the front office of a lot of teams in the league? I have, yeah. And I think teams besides those guys, I think they all watch everything how he does. They're scared to trade with him. They're always looking at their roster, and everybody's going to watch Darius Cooper and know who he is. Yeah, Washington's done, dude. No, I'm not streaming Cowboys Rams. Not preseason. I think me and Joe, unless Joey's not going to be there or whatever, I think we're supposed to do our show tonight. Don't big leave me for you getting too popular. Nah, not me. Believe me, nobody knows who the hell I am. Harry Roseman has the blueprint. He does. Shipley was a solid kick returner. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of creative cuts in mystery IR. Yeah, and the initial 53 never works out. It never stays the same. So you keep guys, and then other teams cut guys, and then you want to pick them up. So the initial 53 will not be the final roster. But how do you get rid of Darius Cooper the way he's playing? And you were right 3 days ago. Defensive end, right now, I'm keeping obviously Nolan and Jalen Hunt. I think Uche, Aziz Ojulari, and that kid APR. You gotta keep those 5 at least. You might keep another guy. I think adding depth to a pass edge rusher. I think that's a possible place where the Eagles will look to add. You put Cooper on IR if you have to do. Yeah. Oh, you heard it now. There's no way you let that kid go. No way. I don't care if you put him on IR. You just have to keep him. You know, my thing, SC Birds, is he's the 4th best receiver on this team right now. Right? You need at least 4. He's the 4th best receiver. There's no way that he's gone. And I'm going to let him learn. I'm going to develop him. I'm going to teach him. And then next year, he's going to be my slot receiver. Drew Kindle looked really good at center, in my opinion. I need to go back and watch the offensive line. Cooper is better than an option because he brings a different style wide receiver. Dotson is a smaller version of Smitty. Yeah, I agree with that. But you know, you got him one more year. You might as well use him. I just think that a undrafted rookie free agent. I think we let him develop. Don't put that much pressure on him. Let him develop, make the team, and learn. Smith, Hunt, Ojulari, Uche, APR, Agbo. Yeah, it could be. I think they're going to add another end. Like, I think they'll probably, after the 53, I could see them adding an edge rusher. They really want to shake the world up. Go get Parsons. That would piss off Dallas. I don't want him, though. I don't want him. What up, Jolo? Covey's in there with the Rams. I'm pretty sure it's still 53 tough for 46 on game day. Yeah, it is. Agbo is a vet, though. He doesn't have to go through waivers. What about Powell doing punt returns? Give him a chance. Yeah, I give him a chance. I was impressed with Anias, though. Crash test Cody's wash. I think he finally let me get hurt. Yeah, he got hit too much. You want Walker? Okay. Do you have any report on Sidney Brown injury? He practiced today. He wasn't limited, so he was practicing. He got first team reps, so I think he's good. Who are your corners? We have Quinyon Mitchell. You have Cooper DeJean. Those are your top 2. Then you have a battle going off right now with the Dory Jackson, Keely Ringo, Jakorian Bennett, Eli Ricks, and we're trying to figure out which one of those guys will work out. My guess is Jakorian Bennett's going to steal that job. Ringo will be a backup. They'll cut Adoree Jackson. That's what I think is going to happen. I think now's the perfect time we'll go against cornerback 3. Yeah, could. Samuel Jr. is still on the radar for cornerback 2. He's still out there. Darius Cooper might be. I think he is, man. I think he just needs time to develop. Bennett won the battle without even competing. Well, he got some first-team reps today, so that's good. We'll see. I think we touched the back being moved to the 35. We're going to need someone to be good on returns. I think we'll see a lot of return touchdowns this year. Yeah, you're probably right. I thought McWilliams did look good. Yeah. I don't remember him in the middle, though. I saw him on the outside. How many corners? Probably 6 at least. Castro Fields I thought Castro Fields looked good. Yeah. I think Ringo goes special teams. He could. Bolden ran 4.7. Cooper's a 4.5 guy. Yeah, he's faster than Bolden. Bolden's bigger, though. I think Bolden was like, what, 6'1", 225, something like that. This kid's 5'11", 210. He's almost built like a running back. Yeah, Sante's still out there. His neck is a serious issue, and I wonder what his tackling. Another player comp to everyone, Nia Smith reminds me of Saeed. I thought Cooper was AJ for a half-second run and AJ, right? If Howie doesn't want another beer, can't to the head, he better keep there. He better. I don't know who's available on the edge. I don't even know what's going on with Trey Hendrickson of Cincinnati, but I think the Eagles could use depth on the outside. Yeah, 5'11", 210. I don't know. He took some reps with drills, but we'll see. It's too early to tell. You got to give him. I think we got to give him like 2 weeks. Damn, Gilmore's 35, played 15 games for Minnesota last year, but no way he can hold up all year, right? I don't know. The way I look at it is like this: if the Eagles wanted Gilmore, he'd be here. If they wanted Justin Williams, he'd be here. So they're not ready to go down that route yet. Bennett, we have to wait and see. But I mean, look, I'm hopeful Jakorian Bennett's going to be good. Everybody I talked to that were Raider fans really liked him, and they thought he was good, and they were actually upset that we got him. So we'll see. He's got to play. He's got to play this week. The 2 days of practice with Cleveland are going to be huge. And then on top of that, we need Mukumba. Mukumba came back. He got second-team reps, no first-team reps. We need Mukumba to win that job. Even though I hate the Cowboys, Cooper reminds me of Dez Bryant. Interesting. I think Gilmore needs to retire. I love Gilmore, Gamecock legend, but I don't want him 35-year-old. I don't either. Here's my plan, right? Let's go with Jakorian Bennett, and then here's what you do. By mid-season, by the trade deadline, Pittsburgh is going to be ready to give up. I think they're not going to be that great. Dude, Darius Slay, final year, he's playing. He wants to go to a team for one more run. Pittsburgh trades Darius Slay back to Philly, and we go on our run. How about that? You see the time spent with AJ has helped Nias. I like the Nias. I really like him. But I'm telling you, it's like all hands on deck. Who the hell is Darius Cooper? Where the hell did he come from? This kid's a stud. Dude, I'm telling you, this is like the biggest man crush I've had in years. I love this guy. Anthony, their old Band-Aid. AJ Brown had size 9'3", Darius Cooper's 9'7", 8". Darius Cooper played Division II, and he's 5'11". That's why he went undrafted. Okay, 5'11" and Division II. He had over 1,400 yards last year. You watch that kid get off the line of scrimmage. I'm telling you, he can play and he can be good. And his size, 5'10 or 5'10, 5'11, whatever it is. I think it's 5'11. Is it 5'11 or 5'10? Can't remember. Let me see if I can. I can't remember if it's 5'11. They have him listed on Over the Cap. They have him listed at 6 foot. He ain't no 6 foot. I think he's 5'11, 210. But man, he could be one of those guys in the slot that just kills people. I'm surprised YJ called. I mean, they got enough 30-year-old guys. I think Rigo should convert to safety. He's seeking. Could be, yeah. I mean, but that's something you got to do, you know. I can see Slade coming back prior to deadline. He's easier to deal with it short. Right. Let's say Pittsburgh, let's say they're not going to make the playoffs or they're on the outs. They might trade Slade because it's his last year. They may go give him a chance to go win a Super Bowl somewhere, you know, and that could be an answer. I don't know if he had the second most yards. I thought he led the Division I in receiving last year. If they had to choose, they'll take Johnny Wilson because he's a solid in the run game and special teams. If they chose Johnny Wilson over Darius Cooper, I promise you, in 3-4 years, you're going to be pissed because that kid's going to be on a team somewhere like Washington or the Giants, friggin' Dallas, and he's going to be a Pro Bowler. That kid's got that kind of talent. I don't care what Johnny Wilson blocks. Block my ass. I don't care. I am not letting Darius Cooper go over. I am not taking Johnny Wilson over Darius Cooper because of blocking. If they do that, I will have the biggest shit fit ever. Philly, I would, whenever I need to complete my team for the Jets, they're going to be bad. But they do have very good defense play. They do. Isn't there a rule is you trade a player, you can't get them back next year? Yeah, if you trade them. But you got to remember, Slade wasn't traded. Slade was a free agent. Darius Cooper has way more potential than Johnny Wilson. I don't care what anyone. I agree. I'm telling you, I think that kid I think that kid 5'10, 5'11, whatever it is, 210, the way he runs in the slot. I mean, dude, I'm sorry. I think he's going to kill teams. I think the kid could be a Pro Bowler. You can't get rid of him. Remember this? Oh, God. What was the receiver's name in Jacksonville? I don't know why his name's slipping my mind. But he was like one of the best receivers in Jacksonville Jaguars history. And he was an Eagle. And he was on our roster. And we gave up on him and we cut him. And we didn't develop him. And he went there and he was like an all-pro year after year. We can't, to me, this is a situation with Cooper. You can't allow that. I forget his name. I don't know why it's slipping my mind. Cooper plays like a hungry dog. He does. He loves Philly. Yeah. Johnny Wilson will make the move tight end. He could be a hit. It could be if he could put on the weight. I mean, I'm not getting rid of Wilson either. Believe me. There's no need. Quarterback conspiracy week 1 when Hurts numbers aren't as good as quarterback 3 calls for benching by fans. Get here now. Hurts Society t-shirt. I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, he'll get a better number. He will. Damn it. What was that Jacksonville Jaguars? Yeah, Jimmy Smith. I think that's it. Was with the Eagles. And the Eagles had him. They cut him. He goes out to Jacksonville, becomes the best receiver in franchise history. You can't have that happen. I think if you do, I think Darius Cooper would do the same thing. I really do. Philly, you're going over. I'm not going overboard with this kid. I'm telling you, that you can't let him go. I'm telling you, I think that's the kind of talent that he's got. I mean, I'm just telling you, you can't let him go. Jason, what's going on? I love Dotson. I think he's going to have a good year, slot receiver. Hey, how is Bennett doing? Just on my lunch break, it's hard to tell today. He was doing drills and stuff, but he was I guess okay. Jimmy Smith 500. Yeah, that's who it was. He runs with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was bigger. Keep both Cooper and Wilson. I agree with you. Wilson can cause mismatches with height, but he doesn't have the speed this kid does. He doesn't have the speed and strength this kid has. This kid's something. 500, right? He's going to be a killer in the slot in the future. I think that's it, man. He, with his size, the way he runs after the catch, I think in the slot with this team, with Brown and Smith on the other sides, you watch in a year, he'll be the best slot receiver, one of the best slot receivers in football. I think he's got that kind of talent. I can't believe that kid came to us. Oh, Regular stinks. But Rob, you said the Raider game 2007 Philly. Keep it. Thank you, my man. Please keep in mind Bengals defense sucks and their top 3 cornerbacks didn't play. We'll be interested to see how Cooper did against Eagles ones. Everything we're hearing with him is he's doing fine. I don't need to see him with the best against the best cornerbacks. Because see, I don't need Cooper. I don't want Cooper to play a lot this year. He doesn't have to play a lot. I want him to develop this year. But I just don't want to get rid of him. Because if you do, somebody else is going to get him. If AJ Smith hamstring ankle, Cooper could be. I mean, he's got to develop. He's an undrafted free agent. He played Division II. He's got to develop. He needs a year. But he's too talented. He has too much upside. You just don't let a guy like that go. The Deadskins are they gave up opening kickoff touchdown return. They're overrated because they went out and they got too old. Tanner Mickey could be a great trade bait for premier outside corner. Yeah, I'm telling you. What teams need quarterbacks and desperate for a quarterback to have a corner they could give up? Yep, Jimmy Smith was it. Doesn't matter if the Bengals defense sucks. Cooper is a damn rookie. I know, and he played Division II. I'm telling you, I just need him to develop, to learn. Just come along, and then next year, we go into training camp. You get him, and then let him fight for that starting slot. Powell looks like he has the if factor. Lucifer's out of this world. Thinking faster. Pace game will work in favor. Like combo. Yeah, I like it too. I like Powell because I like the change of pace. You know, you've got Barkley, you got Dillon, you got Shipley. Then you put that kid in. I like that. Cooper's man. He better make this roster, man. I'm telling you, I am going to lose my friggin' mind unless he has a complete meltdown the last half of training camp. Jakorian Bennett is one of the fastest corners in Madden. Is he? I'm excited about Jakorian. I've heard good things about him. I'm willing to give him a chance. We cut Chris Carter. Yeah, but when they cut Chris Carter, it was because he had to get out of town. It was personal stuff in his life that he had to get out of town. You know, I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't know I think drug dealers were after him or something like that. And Buddy cut him and protected him so he could go to Minnesota and clean up his act. And let me tell you, he was awesome, even with the Eagles. Carr was snorting. He was doing drugs, yeah, and I think he was in trouble with some drug dealers. However, even when he was with the Eagles, man, he had some of the most amazing catches you'll ever see. It's a shame that he couldn't stay with the Eagles. Jordan Poyer and Rasul Douglas, yeah, we'll be all right. Go said if Cooper in 14, assuming D. Terry gets cut. Riley Cooper 2.0. I love it. Riley Cooper 2.0. No. It was real back in the day. It was. I hope Patulu, like Kelmore, understand to hold some offensive plays in the back of the play Hopefully, I'm sure they will. Shouldn't look? I agree with you. I agree with you. I have said this 1,000 times, and I feel the same way. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Rasul Douglas has left. If he's still not whatchamacallit, Carter, the second Coke machine in answer. Yeah, right. Yeah, we did cut Chris Carter. It was for the right reasons, though. They were for the right reasons. I'll never forget when he came back with Minnesota. He runs up and hugs Buddy during a game on the sideline. Yeah, CJ's hurt. I don't know how long. Yeah, he was doing coke, and apparently, like, there were some drug dealers after him or something. He had to get out of town. Cowboys are going to lose today, and Mark will do a video about. Oh yeah. No, I'm not going live for the Giants or anybody else. No, I'm gonna get off, and then I got to do a video with Joey today. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll put out a practice recap because I'm going to be streaming later with Joey. Sometimes if you put too many videos out, Mark doesn't understand this. You put a video in the morning and put a video in the afternoon, put a video all day. Like, if you put the videos out too many, they interfere with each other. Like they won't get as many views because people are watching, splitting their views. So I don't like to put really 3 videos out if I don't have to. If it's like a game day, if it's like really late at night, I'll put 3 out. But usually I only like to put no more than 2. So I'm probably just going to do the live stream later. Hopefully Joey will show up. Mike said he's not fast enough to for slot corner. You talking about Rasul Douglas? We keep like 6 wide receivers, running back 4. I think they keep 3 running backs. I think Powell probably makes practice squad. I think he clears waivers. I'm just saying, if this Darius Cooper is not there, I'm going to lose my mind. Ty made a great bull rush first game. I want his jersey, rookie. Thing what people don't understand is we went up against the ones versus the Bengals, right? They didn't even play Ojomo. You had your 3rd string defensive tackles in the whole game. So the biggest concern for the Eagles is the secondary. Yeah, Cynthia, I would agree. That starting outside cornerbacks, probably that and safety. I some people feel good with Sidney Brown. I definitely do not. So I think 2 legit positions. However, you got to remember when you got your starters in and you have Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Breed Blankenship, it'll be a lot easier. Yeah, we should have a shakedown tonight. We only need 3 running backs: Saquon with Shipley and AJ Dillon. Like Fire said, Powell in practice. That's what I think. Y'all be good. Go. Yeah. Out here 500. You too, my man. Rasul's care very solid. We gave him up on 2 cents. We did. Mark Holmes makes views and eats sandwiches equally. You too, be good, my man. Sidney Brown will be a disaster as a starter. I have my concerns, I do. I like Sidney, but he's critical crash dummy. He should play safety at General Motors. I know. I have my concerns, but Makuba's got to, he's got to play catch up. So maybe Makuba will start, now that he's back at practicing, he's getting second team reps. Maybe he can earn himself a spot. Yeah, I'm praying Makuba steps up, man. I just need him to be solid. Darius Cooper at corner of Ringo? No, I'm not moving that kid. What about tight end? That tight end, he could ball. Which one? Was it Granson? Was that who you're talking about? Yeah, I thought the tight ends, I thought they played all right. Muse also played good. Maybe they keep 3 tight ends, but I think you got to keep 6 receivers at this point. I trust Makuba more than Sidney Brown. Makuba needs to catch up and stay healthy because I hope so. That's what it is. I think the first joint practice, I think it's Tuesday or when. I think Tuesday and Wednesday. Either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday and Thursday. They play Saturday. They play early Saturday. So those practices are going to be important. He was back practice full. It wasn't limited or anything. So, oh wait, I think he was limited today, but he was back at practice. He got first team reps. Fire, did you get a glizzy counter for more? I didn't, but we'll get one. We'll get one. All right, guys. Well, listen, I got to go. I got to get out of here. I'll be back later today, most likely for the shakedown. So I hope to see you guys then. I hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, we'll see what happens. With that said, take care. I'll talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it.
You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott.
Trying to feed him
Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to defend the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. You gotta do something. I feel like it's gonna take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.